Welcome to Lotus Academy. This is Chiranjeevi working as a TGT English in Lotus High School. Today, let us discuss the poem Fire and Ice written by Robert Frost. Fire and Ice written by Robert Frost. Let us know some information about his biography. Robert Frost. So he was born on 26th March 1874 and his wife Eleanor Miriam White, and his works in poetry: A Boy's Will, North of Boston, A Witness Tree, Steeple Bush, Fire and Ice, Dust of Snow, Road Not Taken. And he was died on January 29th in 1963. Fire and Ice. Let me explain what does it mean, fire and ice. Here, fire means it represents desire, and ice represents coldness and indifference. This indifference towards one another. So fire and ice. So fire represents desire and ice represents coldness and indifference towards one another. So here let us see the poem. Let me read once. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. Let us know the word meanings. Here, what are the difficult words in this poem? So as I explained, desire, so perish means die. Here means perish means die. And here suffice means sufficient, that means enough. So ice we know, fire we know. So fire means desire, ice means coldness and indifference towards one another. So let me explain the stanza. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. So usually in the society, we have an idea about the last judgment day, the last day of this nature. So usually people say, so that is the end of the day. So that day may be ended with fire. Or some people they say it may be ended with ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. So usually what happens here? So fire and ice are probable ends of this world. So fire represents the desire, and therefore it is a cause of the end of this world. He talks about how fire represents the desire and it can be a cause of this world. He also mentions ice in between to symbolize that the coldness and indifference towards one another. It will also be enough to end the world. So this fire and ice are enough to destroy this world. These two, twice means these two are enough to destroy this world. So let me explain the second stanza from here onwards. I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. So some people they say this world will be ended with fire and some say with ice. So both are destroyers of this nature. And also and at the same time we can use or utilize these two in a proper way also. So here in the second stanza he says that he knows enough hate in the world. It should be sure that even destruction through ice, it would be sufficient to bring about the end of the world. So this ice also sufficient. It can also bring the end to this world. So fire and ice, these two are destroyers of this nature according to the poet. Who is the poet? Robert Frost. Already we have seen his biography previously in the poem Dust of Snow and also in the poem this Fire and Ice in the beginning of this lesson. And here, so both fire and ice, these two are probable ends of this world. These two represents desire and coldness, indifference towards one another. These two will end the world. So fire and ice, these two will end the total universe according to the people. Usually in Puranas also or in Bible also it says the last judgment day and the last day of this nature. So God will come and judge the people. So the sinners will go to hell and the people, those are good, they go to heaven. So in that way God will judge the people. So the day that at the end of this day means at the end of the nature, the last day of this nature. So fire and ice will destroy the total. Now let us see the literary devices of this poem. Here let us see the rhyme scheme. What is the rhyme scheme here? So fire, here A, B, B, C, B, C, B. So A, B, B, C, B, C, B. Here A means fire and desire. Fire, desire, fire. Here B, ice, twice. Okay, suffice. And C, hate, great. So this is the rhyme scheme. And let us know one more literary device, anaphora. Here see line 1 and line 2. The same words repeated. Some say and some say. So repetition of the words in 2 lines. This is called anaphora. So these two, some say and some say. Next coming to enjambment. So lines without punctuation marks. The same thing we have seen in the poem Dust of Snow. So no question marks, no rhetorical questions, or no punctuations, no commas, no full stops. We don't find all these in the poem. That is called enjambment. Next, alliteration. Come to the alliteration. Alliteration is nothing but the same sound. Here, some say, yes, S sound is repeated. Next, assonance. So it is also one of the figures of speech, literary device. That means vowel sound. What is vowel sound? Will end in fire. So here I. So will end in fire. I. Let us say. Next, consonants. Consonant sounds. So with those H and H here. So these are the literary devices of this poem. So this is the fire and ice. So fire means the desire. And ice means coldness and indifference towards one another. So both are destroyers of this nature according to the poet. The world will end in fire. So this world is going to be ended with fire and ice. These two will destroy the nature. Hi friends, let me summarize this poem in briefly. So fire and ice. So fire and ice, these two are ideas. These two are main ideas about how the world will end. So let me explain the words fire and ice first. So fire means the desire and the ice means coldness and indifference towards one another. And fire and ice are probable ends of this world. Fire represents the desire and therefore be a cause of the end of this world. While he talks about how fire represents desire and can therefore be a cause of the end of the world, he also mentions ice in between to symbolize that the coldness and indifference towards one another. This will also be enough to end the world. That means fire and ice both will end the world. So let me see in the second stanza, he says that he knows of enough hate in the world. So usually what happens, enough hate means we usually hate others. So this is there in the nature, in the society. So this is also one of the things to destroy this world. So it is sure that even destruction of the nature through ice would be sufficient to bring about the end of this world. So, according to the poet, fire and ice both are destroyers of this nature. Both destroy the nature. Both destroy the world. So, we have seen the literary devices, rhyme scheme, anaphora, enjambment, alliteration, assonance, and consonants. And his biographical sketch is already we have explained in the his biography in the beginning of the poem. So thank you very much. So I would like to give an assignment to you. Write the short answers from the poem Fire and Ice. Write the short answers from the poem Fire and Ice. So thank you very much. Thank you.